But this is now this is old. Now we seem to miss this because maybe you heard about this, but I didn't. But so you remember Buddy Arya is the one that they kicked out of the leadership race, and who Mark Carney subsequently took over as riding, right? Nepean, the one Carney's riding in. So his son, Siddhant Arya, works at Brookfield.
Unbelievable.
Mark Carney's abrupt ascent. Actually, you know what? I don't think I'm going to bother reading this because I think
I can play a clip of it. Oh, I've got it too. Yeah,
I got the clip. I knew you were going to have the clip, so I'm going to swoop in here.
Yeah.
Too deadly for the camera. Okay, let's get through this.
Pretty good to look. He's pretty sweet on the eyes too. This guy.
He's been playing chess this entire time.
What an odd thing to say.
We've been peeling potatoes. I called it wrong. I kept reviewing his tenure at both banks in England and Canada. The numbers weren't well. Deficit increased 18 times. Deficit doubled. And I thought, this man is just dumb. It doesn't line up with his education. And then I looked deeper and deeper and deeper. And the conflict of interest that I have discovered is astronomical. And the surgical precision at which we've been duped is staggering. This is going to blow your mind. There's a 95% chance of probability with a succession of the events that I'm about to describe to you. So we all know that Jagmeet won the by-election in 2019 and took a seat in Parliament. In August of 2020, Mark Carney took position as vice chair at Brookfield Asset Management, one of the largest asset management companies in the world. In the fall of 2020, Mark Carney is appointed as economic advisor unofficially to Justin Trudeau pro bono, which means he is absolved of any illegal conflict of interest and does not have to disclose anything. Completely exempt. In November of 2020, Brookfield Asset Management announces Brookfield Asset Management Reassurance Partners Limited, located in Bermuda. We're still at the year 2020. Jumping to 2024, I will mention quickly that Mark Carney met with the Chinese president. Come back on that later. May of 2024, someone is appointed as the CFO of Brookfield Asset Management. I won't tell you who that is because it's very important, and I'll get to that in a moment. August 12th, 2024, Chandra Airy visits the PM of India with that same CFO for an unsanctioned trip, of which CSIS did notify the Liberal government, but nothing was done about it. Come back to that. September the 4th, the coalition agreement is terminated. This is a very important point because all of the control the Liberals had is now about to evaporate. Everyone acknowledges the only thing keeping them in power is the fact that Jagmeet needs to make it until February in order to get that pension. So keep that date in mind. February is their deadline to officially execute a plan. 5 days later, Carney is appointed by the Liberals Task Force on Economics. He's the only person still pro bono. Because he's not appointed by the PM, he is still absolved of any illegal conflict of interest. And this position gives him more leverage with the people and with the companies and with the business partners that he's dealing with. Extremely calculated move. Also, September 2024, Brookfield Asset Management solicits the federal government for $50 billion. 36 billion proposed, 10 solicited, and 4 from Brookfield themselves. No further details available on that one. October 31st, Brookfield announces plans to relocate the headquarters to New York from Toronto. Very important, as this move completely reduces Canadian government oversight that complicate conflict of interest. December 20, 2024, Brookfield has a shareholder meeting for the vote and restructure plan. Early January 2025, that move is approved. January 2025, Brookfield relocates to New York. You should be asking yourself right now why the asset company would want their headquarters moved to another country. The relocation shifts jurisdiction, further limiting financial access. They are no longer on the Canadian Business Registry. January 16, Mark Carney resigns. Bear in mind, he's proactively moved all of the investments, including Brookfield's, to an offshore account in Bermuda. That is now a foreign company, and it is virtually impossible to verify or access the portfolio or investments. The same day, he announced his candidacy for the Liberal Party. January 25, now comes the juicy parts. Chandra Arya is disqualified from the Liberal Party for being manifestly unfit. It's about to get good. February 25th, 2025, Jagmeet officially qualifies for his pension. Now the deadline has arrived, and it is time to surgically penetrate le government. March 9th, Carney wins the leadership race. March 14th, he signed in as PM. Now is when I tell you who the person is that Chandra traveled to meet the PM of India with to negotiate multi-billion-dollar deals. It was his son. Chandra's son is the CFO at the same company that Mark Carney was vice chair. And here's the brilliant moves. A new PM has 60 days to disclose their investments. Mark Carney calls the minimum legal allotted time for an election, which is 36 days. So the election will be over before he makes any disclosure. We still have a problem. He doesn't have a seat. The process to get a seat, which gives a lot of credibility to speak in the House of Commons, is also a minimum 36-day election period. The problem there is that this puts him past the 60-day disclosure period, and if he doesn't have a seat, this information might destroy his chances of getting that seat. So on March 20th, 2025, they revoke Chandra Arya's nomination, and Mark Carney gets his seat. For all intensive purposes, Chandra gave him that seat.
Pause it.
It's intents and purposes. Jesus Christ.
Intensive purposes.
That's what he said. Yeah. Damn it.
Wrong. This is from Greg Galante in the comments. Is not the MP. Mark Carney is not the MP for Nepean. You can't delegate a seat to someone. He has to win it in an election. I think what this guy is saying is that he's in the election now, right? In the riding. So
yeah, he's running for that seat.
He's running. Well, that's what. Yeah. So, he's not the MP, but he's running for it, right?
Ready? Let's finish this off. It's almost done.
The succession of events all the way back to 2020 have been premeditated at a 95% chance. Mark negotiated a $250 million loan in October last year, met with the CCP in May of last year, advised the federal government to make investments in the exact same project as Brookfield, which he is 100% making profit from for the next 15 years. This man is one of the coldest, most calculating people I have ever seen. And the fact that Brookfield relocated its headquarters appears to me that they are fully under the impression that Mr. Carney can manipulate policy in order to increase the net profit tenfold. And he's already done it.